be the Virgo because it is almost the end of September. Probably every time I actually do my looks, it's pretty much the start of the new sign at the end of the month, but basically we go on mostly the month's sign, like the majority of the month, what sign that is. So that is the Virgo. So we're going to jump into the look. If you guys are interested in checking out Justice Roberts' look, I will leave her Instagram linked below. Go check it out and go give her a follow. So today we're going to do a look with just some of the brown tones because, of course, what else am I going to do with this look? Because it's pretty much brown. Excuse me. So we're going to start off with that shade called Taurus, and I'm just going to pop that in my crease. Actually, I need to use a different brush because that one actually has makeup on it from this morning, because I would have used my ColourPop brushes, but yeah, I did put a different brush in here. So we're going to use one of my Glam Light brushes. So I'm just going to start with the shade Taurus. I already put concealer on and also put concealer on my eyes. I just used the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. I'm really tired, if you could tell. And then I'm using the Becca setting powder underneath my eyes, and then I just used my Wet n Wild powder on my whole face. I did work this morning, and it's around like 5:50 right now, so I figured I would film this because I'm actually home tonight, because I wasn't originally supposed to open, but turned out I ended up having to open because one of my supervisors has been out with COVID. He is fully vaccinated, so, but apparently his kid ended up testing positive, so he had to stay home with her for like 2 days. I think she's I think she might be over 12 though, so I think she might have been vaccinated. But it's probably just because that he was around her in the house. So I ended up having to open because he couldn't work today because he had to be home with his daughter. So I ended up having to cover his opening shift, even though my last supervisor shift was this past Thursday. Okay, so once that is blended out, I want to go for a really like deeper, like dirtier crease with that pukey brown shade. I'm then going to go into the main shade that we're using, which is Virgo, which is right here. And we're just going to put that all in my crease. That is a really deep shade, and I like that. That's exactly what I was going for. And do the same over here. Basically can layer these shades because I had some again on my brush from this morning, and Virgo's a pretty deep shade, so and then for the lid shade, I'm not really sure what I want to use yet, but I'm probably just going to use my So Jaded palette, because again, this palette is a little bit limited when it comes to what shades I can use, because they're not really in here. Oh, and I have the perfect lippy to use, because I do have a lippy named after Virgo, so I'm just going to use that one. Okay, and then for my lid, because I want to save all the colors that are in here for the actual signs, if I have to use a shimmer. I think I know which one I want to use. I kind of want to go into the shade Smoky Quartz, so we're going to use that one. It's a really pretty, like, silvery taupe color. Oh, it's so cute. And I'm just going to pop that right on because I don't usually bother with glitter glue for these because I'm not going anywhere. So I just pop it right on. And the shade's really pretty and pigmented, so it doesn't really need the glitter glue. And I'm going to do the same over here. Gonna pop that on. So it's been really fun doing this series with Justice. I just never have time to film these looks sometimes, but should be able to get this look up pretty fast. You know what? I do want to add something else to this look. I want to see if this method actually works because I've seen it on Angelica Niquis's channel. I'm going to take that shade Stoned right here, which Kathleen Light says is pretty much the same as the Virgo because she loves that shade so much. And I'm going to build it up over here. And what Angelica Niquis says is that if you want to build up a certain shade, for it to be deeper, you just build it over a shimmer shade on the lid. So that's what we're going to do. And I think that might make this color a little bit deeper than how it looks in the crease, but it kind of looks pretty much the same, but we're still adding some depth, which is pretty much what I wanted to do. Obviously. My throat's a little bit dry today too. I did like drink a full glass of water when I got home, which is this glass right here. I'm just going to keep on building that up. I tell everybody, basically, if they're not feeling well and stuff like that, I'm like, drink water. And it pretty much helps. Most of the time, it's your body telling you that you're dehydrated. Not always, but most of the time, it's your body saying your throat's too dry because you're dehydrated. So, and then I'm just going to pop on my Precious from the So Jaded palette as well on my brow bone. And I think for the inner corners, I want to use something different. So I'm going to use the shade Diamond, which is the Super Shock shadow in here. I think that'll be a pretty inner corner highlight. And then I do want to add some color on the lower lash line because oh, that's so pretty. It's funny how I always end up using more of the So Jaded palette for this, but it kind of makes me happy, and I think I use this. I think I say this. Your girl's tired in every single look that I do for this, but it really does help me utilize the So Jaded palette more for this because my So Jaded series is over with Riri. So I'm glad I get to use it for this. Okay. And Dan, for the lower lash line, the under eyes, English, I think I'm going to use the shade Jade right here because apparently the colors for Virgo are brown and green. So I'm going to take that. It's kind of like a more neutral green. I'm going to put that on the lower lashes. Because like Virgo is like an earth sign, I believe. So I'm trying to use like more earthier tones. Ugh. Trying to film this before my mom picks up dinner. I think I'll be done soon. I told her like she shouldn't leave right away because we ordered, it's Saturday night and we ordered from Cheesecake, and I'm like, Mom, they're not gonna, it's not, my mom always wants to leave like right away, when usually we leave right away if we get food from our favorite sushi place, because they're like almost a 20-minute drive if we drive around this time. But if we order from Cheesecake Factory, it's like not even 10 minutes away. So I'm like, Mom, like, don't leave right away. I'm like, it's not going to be ready as soon as you get there. I was like, you have some time. I was like, you don't have to leave right away. Is anybody else's parents like that? Or is anybody else like that where they're like, I need to leave right away? Like, for me, when I'm ordering food for me and my boyfriend, I order it like maybe like when I'm leaving my house. So it's there when I get to his house. But most of the time we just Uber Eats now. We don't usually order food like that anymore. We usually just Uber Eats it. Unless he's really hungry, then I will just order it like on the way if I'm coming from somewhere far. So, or we'll just Uber Eats it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna do mascara off camera really quick and eyeliner, and then we'll do the face, like the rest of the face. Okay. Sorry. So I just coated my lashes with the Act Natural mascara from ColourPop in brown. It's been like my go-to. And then I'm just used the Marc Jacobs gel liner in the shade Earthquake. My favorite usual boring eyeliner choice because I love it. And then I'm just looking at my blushes. My bronzer, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty bronzer just because it's in front of me. And I kind of want to use like a cool tone bronzer with this. I'm just going to go ahead and use that. I just slipped on this shirt from Lucky. I'm not sure if I wore it in another video for this, but I was like, oh, that's perfect to wear for this. I wore it to work like last week or something. Today I just put on a hoodie at work. I was like, there is no way I was gonna wear like a white shirt, and then I was like, meh, I just want to wear a hoodie, so. Because I was, again, not intending on being at work that early today. So, yeah, that was fun. Really fun. And then, for blush, do I have any other blushes in front of me? Because I'm so lazy to get up right now. I usually don't do that. I always see people, I'm like, why not just get up and get it? But I'm honestly so tired. But yeah, I'm going to go get some blush. Just give me a second. Okay, and then for blush, I'm just going to use a Trusty Dusty because I honestly don't feel like digging out any other blush right now. And this blush works with everything. So I'm just going to use MAC's, if I don't drop it, I'm going to use MAC's Warm Soul. One of my faves. I haven't used it in a while, actually, so kind of felt like using it today, and I'm just gonna apply that. Hopefully that's not too pink from this morning, because I did use a pinker blush this morning. Oh, my feet hurt too. Because I had to do like a bunch of stuff yesterday almost dropped my blush brush. I had to like go to Target. Then I had to wait to see my friend because something was going on at her house because I had to pick up something for me and my boyfriend. And then I went there, but like she lives like a half hour away, so I didn't get to her till like almost 4 o'clock. And then I had to sit in traffic getting to somewhere else to pick up more stuff for my boyfriend, and then I had to go pick up food for us. So I didn't get to his house until like 5:30 because I was sitting in traffic, so that was fun. Okay. And then for my highlight, and then I had to wake up early for work. So I had to be home at like 9. So for my highlight, I'm just going to use what's in front of me. I'm going to use Catrice's Supreme Rose Balm highlighter. I love these Catrice highlighters. They're so pretty. And they are so worth it. They're only like $5 and they are stunning. Like seriously so pretty. But I love these highlighters. They're so beautiful. Might use the gold shade tomorrow. Seeing what it looks like. Yes, that is beaut. So pretty. Sorry if I'm super low energy, but I have no energy left. It's been a week, so I'm glad to just relax tonight. Just gonna set my face using the Pretty Fresh spray. I'm almost done with it. And then we're just gonna do the lips. I'll just set my brows off camera. So for the lips, I'm gonna use my ColourPop Velvet Blur lipstick in the shade Virgo Moon, because obviously we're doing a Virgo look, so I wanted to use this for my lips. And it's a pretty like pinky tone lipstick, but I think it's really pretty with this look. And I love the Velvet Blur lipsticks. The Luxe lipsticks, the glossy lip stains, and the Velvet Blur lipsticks are like my top 3 favorite formulas from ColourPop now. For lips. But these just like glide on and they're so smooth. I just like the Luxe lipsticks the most because they're like creamier. But these are super smooth. If you're looking for like a matte lip that's comfortable, oh, I love these. And the Matte X are some of their best. I'm just going to finish it off camera. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I really like how this look turned out. Sorry for my weird face. But yeah, I really like, I mean, hello, I love all these products, so don't really have to go through them, but love this Catrice highlight. It's so pretty. And yeah, that's it, you guys. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819 and check out my Poshmark at the same handle. I've actually been selling quite a few things lately. Sometimes there's like a week or two where I don't sell anything, and then I sold something yesterday and the day before, and I sold like quite a few things. Like I sold some of my Too Faced products that have been sitting there for a while, so that was nice. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I already said that. And again, please check out Justice's look. I will leave her Instagram linked below. Bye.